Hello everyone and welcome back. So, who needs a headshot and why? Your headshot is essentially a marketing piece for you as a professional in the industry. Consider it a calling card, if you will. It's going to be sent out to tons of casting directors and agents, and these are either going to be sent out via physical copy or even via email. And if your headshot is bad, then that represents you and your company poorly. So you want your headshot to be taken seriously, which means you need a good, high quality killer headshot. Your headshot should not be an iPhone pic or your favorite Instagram photo or even a JCPenney's glamour shot. Even though I'm sure you look excellent, you want to save those to hang up in your living room or give your grandma so she can put them on her mantle or the fridge. You want to have a good quality professional headshot. So let's take a look at what that means. A good quality headshot means that you're gonna have to pay for a headshot. Doesn't mean that you have to break the bank, but you do want to find a photographer that you trust, that you like their work, and that they have experience in taking headshots for actors, performers, and industry professionals. You want to talk to your photographer about a handful of things as well. You want to talk to them about showcasing you. And what that means is they are helping to promote you and market your brand. So if you are hoping to be a comedic actress who is very witty and your headshot is dark and gloomy and you have a very serious scour on your face, but it's still a good photo, it doesn't really showcase you and your brand well. So have those conversations with your photographer. That being said, your headshot is going to be mostly focused on your face, and your face needs to tell the story about your brand, and that's all in the eyes. Once again, to go back to that idea of showcasing you and your brand, and if you want to be a comedic, witty artist, you almost want to have a photo that looks like you've got a little giggly secret to tell in your eyes, right? That draws a casting director or agent into hiring you for those types of roles. You also want to talk to your photographer about the background and pay attention to make sure it's not too busy. There happen to be a lot of trends that come in and out of the headshot world, so I would recommend keeping it really simple so that your headshot can be something that you are able to use for several years and even different types of roles. With that being said, with the background not being too busy, you also want to make sure that you're wearing the appropriate things for your headshot that also aren't too busy. That means wearing something that's not too heavily printed, patterned, or textured. I would suggest wearing solids. Keep it simple. Think maybe a nice button down, a beautiful simple blouse, maybe even a basic tee. And bring layers. Maybe you have a cardigan or a blazer or even a smart jacket, like something to give options as well as a really great idea. I would have a variety of things for that photo shoot day and keep it in a color palette that works for you and your skin tone. Another thing to consider for headshots is makeup. I would also keep that really simple. So think basic corrective looks for your headshot. A lot of professional headshot photographers have makeup artists that they work with, so that may be something that is already configured into your headshot photography package. So make sure to talk with your photographer about that. Now, this last question, who needs a headshot? Well, if you're going into the entertainment industry as an actor, dancer, performer, odds are you're going to need a headshot and you're going to be sending those in pretty regularly. As someone who is in design tech and management, I have been asked for a headshot for multiple companies. A lot of times those are for various marketing efforts. So just know that if you're going into the industry, odds are you're going to need some type of headshot. Now let's move into looking at a resume. So a resume does a lot of things for you. It's going to show the roles and productions that you've done. It's also going to give people references about you. It's going to show your experience, and that also means how much or how little experience you have in the industry. It's going to showcase all of the productions that you've worked on and what kind and type of work you've done. It's going to showcase your connections in your network because it shows who you know. It's going to give them your contact information, and it can even give them pertinent information about you, like height, weight, and age, etc. It also is going to be considered holistically as a snapshot record of you and their connection to you. So let's look at a few examples of resumes with logos and color palettes, kind of with this branding a whole package attached to them. So this is a really old resume of mine. As you can see, I have a logo that is my initials. So there's a little chartreuse D in this BDB here. I've got my name, phone number, email, and my website. I have a profile description. I have my professional experience listed here as well, my education and awards, additional skills that I have, and then I usually put references upon request. So let's look at another one of my colleagues who is fantastic. Jess Fialco, who is a lighting designer, also has their logo as their initials, but looks like really kinetic and fun, and they have their employment, educational experience, skills, their actual education information, as well as references. And then the final resume example that I want us to look at is another dear friend of mine who is an actor, educator, and his resume features his agency up at the top. He's got his contact information, his height, weight, and vocal tenor. He has his theater experience, his camera experience, other various training that he's had, as well as special skills. A lot of times the acting resumes are going to be a bit more simplified and need to stand out in black and white because a lot of agencies want you to print or staple your resume on the back of your headshot. So a lot of times the acting resumes will be less branded artistically than some of the design resumes, which makes sense. I'll go back up to mine. I'm a designer. I want my resume to look designed in comparison to what a traditional performance resume would look like. The next video that you're going to see is going to talk to you a bit about websites and business cards, and then we're going to get into exciting things like cover letters and portfolios, so stay tuned.